I think it was a great move to just go ahead and let him go because they're paying him a whole lot of money for them to, still be losing. What's good, y'all? Welcome to Smooth Perspectives. I'm your host, Smooth, and this is what we keep real about everything happening in sports. Real opinions, no filter. Let's do it. All right, man, we back, man. It's your host, Smooth, man, and we just got some crazy news, bruh. We got some crazy news. We got a trade between the Browns and the Rams, man. We got, let's see, Cleveland Browns received Jared Verse 2027 first round pick, 2028 second round pick, and 2029 third round pick. And the Rams received Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett had 23 sacks last year. Jared Verse had 7.5, man. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about who I think won short term, long term, and all that type of stuff. So let's first start off with the Cleveland Browns. Me personally, I think this was a great move for the Cleveland Browns because even with Myles Garrett, they were not winning anything. So the amount they were paying him for his presence and stuff like that was, like it was mind blowing. He's the best player or defensive player in the league, probably best overall player in the league too. Like it's Myles Garrett. But if the Cleveland Browns still was not winning with him, it's just like, okay, why are we still paying this man this much? You know what I mean? Like he's old. I don't know how old he is, but he's getting there. He's gonna retire soon. He doesn't have that much time left, at least as much time as Jerry Verse does, and the draft picks that they got. So, well, the draft picks haven't been in the NFL yet, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they're way younger than Myles Garrett, so they could benefit more in the long run because of that. But, the Cleveland Browns, I think it was an excellent move for that reason. Jared Verse, hold on, let me see what we're talking about. Hold on. Jared Verse regular season stats: 17 games, 17 starts, 58 tackles, 35 solo tackles, 7.5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, 1 pass defended, and defensive rookie of the year. So he's already proven that he could what's the word? I can't think of the word. He has potential on this level. You know what I mean? He's already proven that. What's the word? I can't think of the word, but yeah, he already proved that he can shine on this level and things like that. So it's not like we're just getting an absolute nobody and we don't know how he's gonna perform. We already know that Jared Verse has potential to be a mini Myles Garrett. Let's be for real. And he's only, how old is bro? He's only 25 years old. He's only 25 years old and he's already a Pro Bowler and a former Defensive Rookie of the Year. So he's already produced, like, yeah, you feel me? Yeah. So they added a first round pick plus also more draft capital. So it's not just they're getting that, but they're also getting a lot more young players, and they could possibly that could be great for them in the long run. So I just think if Jared Verse, if he has a season with 15 plus sacks or something like that, then the trade could look much better for the Cleveland Browns overall, or maybe just in a few years period, because you have to think bro's only 25 years old. So, he's young and he has a lot of potential and a lot of time to grow into something. So in my opinion, because of that, I feel like it was a great trade for the Browns. Now, I do think that they could have maybe added another first round draft pick, because one first round draft pick is kind of crazy. But, at the end of the day, they were paying him and still were losing badly. They were one of the worst teams in the league. So I'm just like, I'm thinking like, why are they still paying him? And why is he still on the roster? And why? Well, of course he's still on the roster because he's the best defensive player, but why are they still paying him that much if they can already see that even with him, they're not producing anything? So I think it was a great move to just go ahead and let him go because they're paying him a whole lot of money for them to, still be losing. Now, let's look at it from the Rams' point of view, right? Let's see. Okay, Myles Garrett stats: 17 games, 17 starts, 57 total tackles, 40 solo tackles, 23 sacks, the NFL season record. Well, single season record. 33 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, 1 pass defended, and 1 NFL Defensive Player of the Year. So Um, I did see that Jared Verse has one more tackle than Myles Garrett. That's not, that's not a lot. But Jared Verse has 11 tackles for loss. Myles Garrett has 33. Okay, so Myles Garrett, he's already, of course, proven that he can shine on this level too. The Rams, I feel like it was a great trade for them too, because right now I think they're thinking about right now. They're not thinking about the future. You know what I mean? They're trying to win right now. They're trying to be a Super Bowl competitor right now. And with getting Myles Garrett, that absolutely A+ makes them a Super Bowl contender right away. Just him alone, because they already have a great defense, and just adding that the best defensive player in the NFL to your roster already to rush the quarterback, like that's, you know what I mean? That's kind of crazy. So the Rams, I'm pretty sure they're thinking more like, yeah, man, we trying to get to the Super Bowl right now. We're worried about the future when it comes. And the Browns, they're like, man, nah, man, we need to worry about the future. You know what I mean? He getting a little old. It's about time to let him go. You know, let him do his own thing. You know, we done used him enough. We done gained a lot out of him and stuff like that. So it's time to let him go. So I feel like it was great from both perspectives. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let's see. Long term. In the long term, I think, yeah, by looking at these stats and stuff, I think the Browns won the trade in the long term for sure. Yeah, they for sure won the trade. That ain't no question, because Myles Garrett, he definitely gonna retire soon. Short term, I definitely give it to the Rams though, for sure, because that's Myles Garrett. Like, come on, that's literally adding the Tom Brady of defense to your team. You feel what I'm saying? Like, with Myles Garrett, he does not make your team worse. He automatically makes your team A+. Let me not say the team, the defense A+. With Myles Garrett, it's like, man, you don't need nobody else, man. You could put Myles Garrett 1 on 11. I promise you, bro gonna set the QB. He gonna find a way to get to the QB. My bad, y'all. Hold on. But for long term, the Browns, they got some draft picks, but I can say that the Browns, we don't know if those picks are going to actually benefit them, because they have not been in the league yet. You know what I mean? So they are kind of taking a risky little gamble right now, because trading Myles Garrett for those what is it called, the draft picks, it's like you're trading a great player, but you really don't know what you're going to get in return. You know what I mean? So they're relying heavily on those draft picks. At least that's what it looked like, because if you just trade for Jared Verse and Myles Garrett, that's not a trade. Of course you had to throw in some draft picks in there. So yeah, man, I think both parties, I think it's great for both parties, actually. I really do, because they got some money put back in their pocket, and then they got maybe a future Myles Garrett, who knows. But at the same time, the Rams, they got Myles Garrett. Like, they could go to the the Super Bowl like this year. Like, automatically, I ain't gonna lie, I have the Rams going to the Super Bowl just because of that. Like, 100%. Maybe not winning, I don't know, we're gonna see, but definitely going to the Super Bowl, I have them winning. There's just no doubt, because that's an overpowered team now. So I'm definitely ready to see what the Rams and the Browns have for the future. I'm definitely ready to see those draft picks the Browns get, because that could be very either heartbreaking or a real positive step for them. So yeah, man, we're gonna see. But yeah, man, that's it for today, man. Let me know if I missed anything, man. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, man. Stay tuned for the next video, man. And yeah, bro, keep it smooth.